See, there we go.
All right. All right, so let's go through it. So we have our Saturday, Tuesday, Thursday workout, week 25, 25 on, 10 off. There's going to be 3 different circuits. Obviously, if there is a time crunch, so just do 2 instead of 3. You're going to see mainly bilateral movements to avoid any switching halfway on that last set, best set. The Friday, Monday, Wednesdays will be a lot straight. This will be more strength heavy. So this one's gonna be more like endurance, cardiovascular, fast-paced workout. So more of a recovery workout opposed to a lot of strength, although we're gonna still hit the movement pattern. So start off, you have your dumbbell double jackknife. So we're using 2 dumbbells on this one. Double legs come up, both legs come up at the same time. As you bring the dumbbells under the legs, you want to have a supinated grip as you come under the legs with that. Obviously, if double leg is too aggressive, drop it down to the classic jackknife when you alternate legs, like you're doing that flutter kick or that scissor motion. Elevated surface. So if you have a pile box or something, members that are not going up to the ground, they can still do a jackknife off an elevated surface, get that core work. Let's take away from the floor. However, if not, then they can still use a light dumbbell, or they can even clap their hands under their legs as they work with a kick instead of a toe touch. So, add like that same movement from a standing position. Exercise 1 of round 1. Exercise 2 of round 2. Round 1 we have your alternating running lunge with a row. So this one will actually does kind of encourage hip mobility work too, because you want to drop the hips, your legs up as you hop it out. Like I showed before, running lunge, we see runner lunge, just like you're at a running start, right? You're not lunging your knee down or bend your knee down. You want to keep your leg out behind, keep it straight, like you're gonna go off with that run, or with the row it here, release it, hop up, switch. But again, keep that back leg straight, not bend the knee. Obviously, they're not working the hop. They can definitely just walk that out. And again, that's going to encourage some hip mobility work too, while you still conquer that horizontal pull. So making your way to the agility ladders. So we have a twofer. You have your ladders in a plow box. We're gonna have your scissors, lateral, single leg, step up. So as they go through the ladder, make sure they go around. So as they come through, they step on their right. As they come back, go around the ladder so they can step up on their left side. So again, it takes away from having to switch halfway to last set. Also, this will, if with this, you can use several ladders to one box, so people can share the boxes too. So if you want a higher box, you don't have many plow boxes, set up in 3s or 4s with the ladders, so people can share the boxes as well. For this one, they're gonna go to a surge sandbag. You can surge sandbag, ram, dip rider. You have your side to side swing. You want to have some fun with this one. You can have the music, hip swing, swing by. Actually, you know who is by. We play all the time. Savage. There we go. Savage swing. Okay, you have that. You can do for some fun entertainment. It's more like a ski swing, so you want to make sure you keep your legs closer together, so you're not coming down past your knees. So have a narrow base. Your legs should be close. Still, you want to hinge. The power still comes from the hips. So stay in the back, drive your butt back, squeeze your glutes at the top. Don't hyperextend it as you go side to side with that sandbag, ram, surge. On that one, 25. So again, you're not going to be swinging for a long period of time. Then going into round 2, exercise number 1, we have your bob and weave. Use a mitt. So if you have a boxing mitt, you can use this as a tool for engagement. So as you come under, have a bob and weave under your arm, going back and forth, side to side with that one. Stay low. They're going to definitely get some burn in their legs, some of their tension. You can use any type of Rocky song, right? Because it is a boxing move here with the bob and weave. So any type of Rocky, any boxing song that you might know of, I Am the Tiger, do have some fun with that. All right. Squat thrust and deadlifts, more like a high plank. Again, you could encourage them to come up out the squat thrust, hands up, and then go to deadlift. Heavier kettlebells, just should be fine to keep your hands on the bar. Lighter kettlebells, I would definitely recommend bring your hands on the outside of the kettlebell, just so they don't increase the risk of rolling their wrists on the kettlebell, because they go too far forward in that plank or that squat thrust. That kettlebell can roll over and it won't be a pretty sight. So make sure they walk that out too. Or if they're not going to do that, just stick with a classic deadlift. Then we go back to agility ladders. You have your agility ladder, Icky shuffle, get your cold cut. So you have your pace on this one, challenge pace speed. uh, and they get the box up soft landing. There's no need to have higher boxes on this one because we are only working for 25 seconds. So it's more about agility and getting through it as fast as you can. So you want to keep the heart rate up. So this is going to be a good my zone heart rate challenge workout. They keep your heart rate up. I did skip. What up, Frederick? I skipped the top one with the squat and the face pull. So go to rainbow styles. Okay. So you want to make sure you put the headband on when you're getting that face pull. So thumbs to tempo as you come through, work the posterior, upper traps, rear delts. Okay. So that is exercise 4 of circuit number 1, if you got that one. Then I got your ITY. So the ITY, working shoulder mobility. The more upright you are, the easier it'll be. Walk your feet deeper makes it more intense. You do want to make sure it is a controlled movement. Don't just force yourself up and come back down. Like really get the mobility work on the shoulders as you get the I, go for that T, and go for that Y. If you're limited with the space, you feel like you're going to hit the person next to you, just focus on the I and the Y, avoid the T. They're going to go to thrusters. Thruster is a quick power movement. When again with the sandbag ribs, just pop it up, back down. So again, coming from the core, legs, power up, down as fast as you can. With the movement, nothing crazy heavy. There's a quick movement generating legs, but we're still going to hit that vertical push as we go overhead with that. If any issues with overhead, have them work really clean. Still getting that movement of the power from the legs, but taking away from going overhead with those objects. Then we're going to go on to round 3. We're going to have an iso squat, iso soar. So this one, elevate the hills if needed, because a lot of times you see iso squats and they're doing a dumbbell curl or kettlebell curl, you're going to see that their back is bent and they're looking at the floor. You want to avoid that. You want to have your torso tall, head up. We should be able to see your eyes as you get that curl. I would try to encourage you to attempt to get your elbows locked into your inner thigh, so it's more of a concentration curl. So you don't have the momentum of your body moving it up. So try to get your elbow locked to your inner thigh. So you might get a little deeper in the squat to do that. No crazy weight, nothing to go heavy on this one. Just really focus on full extension of the elbow, coming back up, getting that bicep curl. So like the concentration curls, you might see people that lack the hip mobility, they might be too high. They're like this, right? Okay, which is fine, right? But you want to get full range of motion. But they can have them come down even deeper, lock your elbows in their thighs as they come up, back down. So you get that concentration. So it's all the bending and extending of the elbow, not momentum of the back or the swing of the arms to get the dumbbells up there. So elevating the hills, but helping get a little deeper in that squat so you can actually manage to lock the elbows to their inner thigh. Do we have a horizontal push? So you can put the kettlebells flat on this, or keep it up and keep your hands and your more tricep focus. So you got that push up. So you can do that from your toes, knees. If the pressure of the kettlebell either is too much, just master that perfect push up from your toes, knees, elevated surface. Mini bands definitely are encouraged to help members that might have a hard time with a push up. They get above the elbow and have it go across their sternum, like so right below their breastbone. All right, you don't want it up at the neck or across the breast. Have it go right below the breastbone as you come down and back up. So wrists on your shoulders, and that's going to help them if they had a mini band up to actually get out of that push-up. They can even still do that with the kettlebell. So if they want to still use a kettlebell, they have a more of a narrow stance on it. Again, get more tricep focus. They can add the mini band to that as well. Again, focusing on keeping the elbow locked to the side. They're going to go into a front back hop with a crossover step up. Another one I recommend as you go through it, you go to the opposite side of the ladder. So as you get the crossover step up, so bringing the right leg, the leg over. So you get more IT band involved on this one, outer leg, and the glutes involved on this. So driving through the heel, and then go back through, hit the other side. So you're not alternating legs on this. So again, switch it up as you go through with this one. If they're not working with the front back hop, they can do 2 in, 2 out. If the hop is too much. Chest fly, really bring the chest, especially with the push-ups and chest fly in the same round. The more where you are, is going to be walk your feet in closer, put the feet on the wall, definitely more challenging. You want to stay flat as a board, everything in line, hips in line with the shoulders. Soft elbow. So there's no reason to be extending at the elbow like this, right? You want to keep a soft elbow if you're doing like a beer hug. Come in here, drop the elbows, and coming back in, getting that fly. So you're saving the shoulders. You're not too much pressing the shoulders, but you're getting that lengthening of the pecs as you go into that chest fly. And our last one for this one, we have your stators. So side to side stators, surges, sandbags, added weight for this one. You can add single leg balance to this by keeping that back toe off the ground, right? If the balance isn't quite there, as you keep that leg behind, you can always touch the toe to the ground. Work challenge pace, pace, power, distance. You want to go for more agility, hop, shorter hops. You want to add more power, do longer distance in between each hop as you go with that skater. You want to have some more fun, like you're on a hockey rink. You can actually move forward and back through this one too to just add more flavor to that exercise. If you need to add a fixation, I recommend definitely just reducing it down to 2 rounds. You can pick which round you want. Usually just do the top two. You have the Bosu's out there. You have Bosu taps, Bosu bicycles. If for some reason you have a really quick class and you can fit a third round in there with a fixation, you have a Bosu ball banana. Okay. So that's fixations. And then we got our finishers and be a 6-pack shredder. Summertime's right around the corner. So let's get the abs work. We have a more of a cardio base on Friday, Monday, Wednesday. So this one's gonna be more core focused. So you have 30 seconds on, 10 off, 6 exercises, and go one time through. Recommend doing a show and go, right? Doing a show and go so you're not, taking too much time trying to demonstrate all 6. If you feel like if there's one that is more intense than the other, right? So show the supine scissor first and then say, okay, exercise 6 of the 6. You're gonna be doing a tiptoe plank where they push both, because trying to do that in 10 seconds, remember understanding it, they're probably like, I can't catch on in 10 seconds. So like show those 2 and then before the finisher starts, and then do everything else in between. And then obviously once you get to that last set, best set or last one, you again show that tiptoe plank to push up hold within that 10-second transition. But testing is a complicated movement. I would recommend showing both supine. Say I'm going to show exercise 1, exercise 6 for the finisher, and as we go through, we're going to show you the rest. 3, 2, 1, bam, here you go. And that is Saturday, Tuesday, and Thursday.